What's up, penny boys and gals? It's your boy, What the Duck here, and today we're going to be going over what to do when you start losing money in the stock market, which happens to everyone, and it especially happens to new traders. So, a lot of people, when they first start off, they start looking at certain groups, free groups of chat like StockTwits, like MarketWatch, like Stock Advisor maybe, or Stockmaster, any of these, these free groups that are out there online or via app, and they have chats in those groups. However, and here's the thing, it's a great way to look at the market. It's a great way to see, which stocks are going up, which stocks are going down, how the pre-market's doing, how after hours is doing. And maybe if you don't have Webull, it's a good way to look at the charts. But as far as the chat groups go, as far as the discussion boards go, which is really what they are, it's just online discussion boards, it's definitely good to be careful with these because you never know what you're getting yourself into. And a lot of those stock discussion boards, you'll be seeing a lot of these guys going on over here, especially this one looking over here, the rocket ship emoji. You'll be seeing people posting, the ticker symbols with this rocket ship next to it, or a fire emoji, or this is going up, this has to go up, this is going to $7, this is going to $200, this will be at $15 next week. They don't know. These aren't professionals. Half of these people who are posting these things, this is their second day trading just like you. They're just happen to be in a stock. It tanked, and they are praying that what they can do whatever it takes to try to get the stock up, and they think that by posting a bunch of rockets next to it, it'll make the stock go up. That's not how a stock goes up. A stock goes up when people buy it, when when it has good technicalities, and two or three or four or five people buying it off a stock, which is not going to make it go up. Same thing with Webull comments or any other kind of trading platform comment section. It's a lot of it is just chatter. It's just blah 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 blah. It's good to look at. It's good to see what people are talking about, but it's not good to base your trade off of the StockTwits comments. If you are trying to learn to ride a bike, you wouldn't just take your bike and walk into the nearest nearest store that has a bunch of people in it and be like, hey, can someone teach me how to do this, or hey, like, what do you guys know about riding bikes? No, you'll find someone who actually knows what they're doing. If you're learning to ski, for instance, you're not going to just find the first person that you see and drag them over and be like, hey, teach me how to ski. You're going to go and you're going to get a ski instructor. Same deal goes with trading. It's good not to just listen to any random person. If you do, you're going to be burning money. You're going to be flushing it down the toilet, or however, letting it blow away in the wind, however you want to put it. You're going to be most likely losing money by following just the random comments on StockTwits because they don't care about your bank account. They don't care about the fact that you are using your hard earned money, which is something that you should be trading with as opposed to money that you can afford to lose, like in your savings account. You want to be working with money that you can afford to lose, money that maybe you stop drinking as much, so you decide to put some of that extra funds that you aren't using drinking. Maybe you're putting that in the stock market, or maybe you're using your $1,200 stimulus check in the stock market, or maybe you saved a lot of money and you have some extra funds that you can afford to put into the stock market. That's the best way of doing this game, is not by putting in your your $500 paycheck if you're living week to week, paycheck to paycheck. Don't put your paycheck into the stock market. Don't put, if you have $10 left to your name, don't throw it into a stock, and especially don't do it based off of StockTwits or based off of Webull comments or based off of some random people that you don't know, that you can't put a face to, or that you haven't actually spoken to, that don't care about you, because that's not a good way of investing your money. That's not a good way of using your money, to trading your money. You might as well just go to a bar and just throw the money into a random stranger's hands and be like, here you go, like, take it. Because if you don't care about your money, then that's what you would be doing, is you'd be following random comments. But if you care about your money, and if your money is your hard-earned money, then you're going to be doing whatever you can to make sure that you're putting it into a good stock or a good investment. Now, there are a lot of ways to do that. You can go on YouTube, like you're doing right now, and you can watch a bunch of videos and try to learn as much as you can. But it takes years and years and years and years and years in order to master the stock market. And there's just tons of videos out there. Not all of them are easy to follow. Not all of them are based off of trying to actually make you money. Some of them are just people trying to get views and likes and subscriptions, and they're trying to make money themselves by using your views and likes and subscriptions. And a lot of them might be confusing, just jumbling everything together. I'm not saying that this is the channel to watch. There's a lot of I watch other channels. There's a lot of great channels out there to watch, and I might even do a video going over some of the great other YouTube channels to watch that have a lot of subscribers and a lot more knowledge than I do. But my point being is that it can be really confusing just jumping right into YouTube and trying to learn yourself. It's good to have a place that cares about you and that can kind of lead you in the right direction. I personally have been a part of a lot of different Discord groups, but the one that I'm currently in and that I plan on staying in for as long as it lasts, or as long as I last, is Penny Boys Alert Service. It's the Biotech Penny Boys. It's led by our fearless leader, Austin, or Big Quench. And the reason why I got drawn into it is because I could really tell that he cares about the community, and he cares about the traders, and he cares about the alerts he's giving out, because he's not just trying to make money. He's not just trying to trick us into pump and dump schemes. He's not trying to pretend that he's anything that he isn't. He's a really, first of all, he's a good dude. He's a good guy, and he really cares about the people in his community. He cares about our bank accounts. He cares about us making money, and he cares about the fact that we're using our hard-earned money to trade, and he wants us to double that and triple that, and just make gains off of that money and off of our investments and trades. And one way of doing that is by following his alerts in his premium alert service right here is Alerts by Austin. We also have a free alert system as well, like a free Discord, which you can join as well. So if you join the Discord right away, you'll be brought to the free Discord where we have the free alerts. We have our stock talk where you can just chat with other members about different stocks and good stuff like that. But most importantly, it's a place where it's a community where you can just discuss stock related things. You can ask questions, and you have a bunch of people who have your back, especially in the premium version, because we do have, like I said, we have Austin, who is our leader and our alerter, one of our main alerters. He is our main alerter. He's one of our big alerters, though. Besides Austin, we also have Lee. Lee is great as well, and they really do care. That's why I personally joined, is because I could tell that they're not here just for the money. They're here to help out. They're here to give everyone a fighting chance in the stock market. And if the alerts aren't enough, and these alerts are great, they have entry points, they have exit points, but if that's not enough, we also have the new members program, which is basically a way for new members to chat amongst themselves without feeling like they're going to get made fun of or yelled at, or have someone jump down their throat for asking a question, because a lot of places will try to like, oh, you should know this yourself, oh, go use Google, or why don't you, like, why are you even trading? Like, well, I'm trading because I'm trying to make, I'm trying to learn, I'm trying to make money, I'm trying to better myself, my life, my family, whatever it is that you're here for. That's why you're trading. And if you don't know certain things, then asking's the only way to do it. I mean, yeah, sure, you can look up the millions of YouTube videos and try to figure it all out yourself, but come on, like, we'd rather you have a place where you can ask questions and you can learn in a more structured environment and a healthier environment. That's why we have the numerous program, so it's definitely worth checking out. We have, like I said, we have the alerts by Austin, which are great. And Austin, he's a great guy. We also have, if you're struggling, because I know a lot of people who get into trading, they might have like a gambler's habit, gambling addiction type of deal, or any other type of addiction. We have a recovery channel. I'm not going to click into that because I don't want to out anyone, but if you have an addiction, if you're currently dealing with an addiction or currently dealing with an alcoholism problem or any kind of problem in general, whatever it may be, it's a place where you can go and chat with like-minded people, and it's a place to just to get together and help each other out, because that's what we're all about here at Penny Boys, is helping the community, growing the family, which I firmly do believe that we are more of a family than we are a community. It's just a bunch of, the only thing that is we're traders as well. We're a family of traders, traders, not traitors. But anyway, so what do you do when you lose money? Which happens a lot for new traders. Well, you can join the Penny Boy system is one way of trying to help, even out your account. But another thing you can do is like learn the psychology behind trading and learn the charts and all that kind of good stuff. And just learn how to A, learn from your mistakes, and then B, use what you learn to create a plan and go, move forward from it. Because a lot of people, they lose, their first $100 or their first $1,000 or 10,000, however much they put in, and they give up and they say trading's not for me. And for some people, trading might not be for you. I don't want to try to force everyone into you need to be a trader. You need to try. If it's not for you, it's not for you. But a lot of people, they quit before they really know whether or not it's something that they can or should be getting into. So let's just say you buy, a stock right here, which, for this instance is Isaiah, which I bought up high by accident. I pressed buy, it says sell. That's a whole nother story though. But so let's say you bought up here and it starts to go down, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, you didn't set a stop loss. So next thing you know, you're down $1,000. So you can learn from that. You can say, all right, well, had I set a stop loss, let's say I bought at $3.13, all the way to the high. You bought at $3, let's just say. You can say, well, I wish I set a stop loss at a 10% loss, which means you set your sell point at a certain price. You can do that in your broker, be it Webull or Robinhood, which we'll go through in a different video, like exactly how to do that. But if you set a stop loss, it means that you're saying to your broker or to your online broker that when it hits this certain price, like if you're buying up here, once it hits here, it's going to automatically sell. That way, yeah, you lost 20 bucks, 30 bucks, 50 bucks, whatever it is, depending on your account size or how much you put into the stock. Yeah, you lost, but you lost right here. You didn't lose all the way down here, which would have been like $1,000. So it's one good thing to know is that losing is part of the game. When you're playing baseball, you swing, you miss a couple times. You might hit a foul ball. You're not going to give up. You're not going to, swing and get your first strike and say, it's not for me. I'm not going to try to bat. I'm not going to try the next couple pitches. No, you keep trying, but you learn from your mistakes. And this is one way of learning from your mistake is knowing, all right, had I set a stop loss, I would have stopped out and I would have lost a little bit of money, but I would have saved all the money that I lost not setting that stop loss. So sometimes losing is actually a good thing. More so, it's knowing when to lose and knowing how much you're willing to lose. That's when losing is a good thing because you followed your plan. And so you might have lost $10, $20 here, but you still have the $800 that you saved by setting that stop loss, and now you can use that $800 for another trade. Whereas if you lost it all, you couldn't. So that's one thing you can do is learn from your mistake, learn to set a stop loss. Another thing you can do is realize when to get out of a trade that maybe you didn't set a stop loss by accident, or it didn't fill for some reason and now you're stuck down here. What you could do is you could either A, learn patience, or B, learn when to get out. And it's a very fine line. So patience would be, so some people might go all the way down here and they're going to say, ugh, I need to get out of this trade. Like it sucks, like, blah, blah, blah. And they sell, and not knowing that, there was a new, like maybe they had a conference coming up in a couple days and then the stock's going to shoot back up again. Or maybe they are launching a new program that they were talking about in 7 days. So it's going to launch again. So knowing when to get out, or knowing when to have patience, rather, knowing when to stay, is definitely a good skill to have. And in order to do that, you would look into the stock. You're not just going to see these candles and be like, oh, I'm getting out. You want to do some research, look at the news, see the past trading patterns, like see, maybe try to find a reason why the stock might go up. And if there is one, then you have patience and you wait. And then the stock, it will eventually fill the gap, is what they call it, which means it'll start, started up here, went down here, and it'll fill the gap back up to where you bought, and you can hopefully break even, or maybe you'll even go up some more and you can make some money. That's how you have patience. Now, that's not always the right plan to have. Sometimes patience might be a bad thing, because if you have, if you're waiting too long on a stock, now your money is tied up in the stock. So if you're down here and you see it, this is consolidating, is what it's called, when it kind of stays in this price range. Maybe you look to the news and you see that there's no reason for the stock to go up in the future. Maybe like they're not working on anything new. They're not, there's no news that looks like it's gonna come out anytime soon. It's just kind of just flatlining. That's when you could know. All right, the stock has been trading sideways. There's nothing in the future. There's not even like a hope for the future for it to come back up. I'm going to cut my losses. And that's not a bad thing either. But once again, it's based off of you doing a little bit of research and realizing either A, why you're going to stay into it, because there might be some news coming forward, or they're working on something, or B, knowing why you want to get out of it. Because, maybe you looked up all the financials and stuff. This is not a good company. They don't have anything, they're not working on anything, and it's just time to let it go. So it's good to know when to do that as well, because sure, you could hold the stock for another 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, and maybe it'll come back up to the price. But during those 3 or 4 months, you could have used that money to make other trades. So let's say you bought up here for $1,000, and now it's down here, and you lost $500. You still have $500 left. So you could let it sit, and it'll sit and it'll just sit and it'll sit and it'll sit, and then maybe eventually it'll come back up and you'll make your $500 back and you'll be back to $1,000. Or you could sell right around here or anywhere here. Once you realize the stock isn't for me, there's no reason that I don't think it will go back up, you can sell. Sure, you lost $500, but you got your $500 left, and you can take that extra, the $500 that you sold for it, and you can take that to a different stock that you have confidence in, and you can put it into there, and maybe that stock will go up, and you'll make $500 off of that stock in 2 weeks or a week, as opposed to waiting the 3 months for this one to come back up. So it's important to know that you don't have to make the money that you lost back on the same stock. So I lost $500 on this stock. Well, guess what? I can pull out. If I did my research, I can pull out and I will put it into a different stock and I'll make my $500 back there, hopefully quicker. So it's, you could let it sit, you could have patience, but if you don't have a reason to, then there's nothing wrong with getting out of a stock, and there's nothing wrong with putting into a different one and making your money back on a different stock. Like I said, you do not have to make your money back on the same stock that you lost it. So there's that fine line between having patience and knowing when to get out of the stock and use your funds to fight another day or trade another day. Because if you lose, if you lose all your money, if you let your money sit for forever, you're not going to be able to make money with that money, because it takes money to make money. So those are two main things, and that's all based off of just doing due diligence, which we did a class on earlier, and we'll be doing more classes on going forward. But it's based off of, it's not random. You don't just look at the chart and be like, "Oh, I'm getting out," or "Oh, I'm going to hold on to it forever." You base it off of news. Like for instance, Isaiah, they have this new program out. I forget what it's called. It's called Shake, I believe, and it's brand new. And they're going to be. I think they're going to probably be doing some news based off of it. They have their next earnings coming up, and it's looking like that might be positive. So, for instance, for Isaiah, maybe you'll hold it, hoping that that news will spike it up, or that the earnings will spike it up. But maybe like if that wasn't the case, if Isaiah went down, due to anything else, Isaiah went down, and then you're looking at the news and the financials, and there's just nothing going on for the company. Like they're not making money. The next earnings will probably be bad. they're not working on any new product, and then you'll say, I could hold it, but it might take a long time, like 5 months. I'm going to take my money out. I'm going to put it into XYZ, because XYZ has earnings coming out. XYZ has good fundamentals, good technicalities. I did my research on XYZ. I think that I can make that money back on XYZ. Nothing wrong with that. So you got to learn when to pull out and when to stay in to a stock. That is a very important skill to know, a skill to learn. And it's also good to learn from your mistakes. So, for instance, here you would have learned, oh, I should have set a stop loss, because stocks sometimes they do tank down, even if it's a good stock. Even if I did my, you never know. Stock market's crazy. Even if you have 1,000% belief that this stock is going to go up, it could go down. There could be news. Coronavirus could happen. Like you never know. You never know. So it's always good to have a stop loss or a plan in place to get rid of some of that risk, because the stock market is risky. And the only way to make money is to try to make as less risk as possible for each of your trades. So you learn from your mistakes and you move forward. You don't want to get emotional. You don't want to trade emotionally. So, like if your stock starts to, if this is happening, you don't want to just, oh, I'm selling, or like, oh, I'm going to hold forever. Like, I'm really stubborn. That's trading emotionally. No, you want to, you want to, all right, just take a breath. I lost some money. Oops, I didn't set a stop loss. All right, well, I'm not going to, I'm not going to, hate myself over. I'm not going to dwell on it. I'm just going to, write down. I'm going to get a notepad or like little notes. I'm going to write down. All right, next time set a stop loss. This is, this is why. So I say, hey, I lost this much money doing not setting a stop loss. It's good to learn from your mistakes and then move forward. So you're looking to the future of the company and you'll find a good reason why you should either hold it or sell it. But you're not going to freak out. You're not going to get stubborn. You're not going to get, you know, you're not going to get afraid or like have a bunch of fear, because fear of losing money is what kills people in the stock market. So you want to get your emotions in check. The same thing with the stock is going up. The same deal. You want to get your emotions in check. You don't want to get greedy. You also don't want to get fearful and freak out. Oh, what if it goes down? You want to base it all off of your plan and your technicalities. As soon as you get into a stock, or actually, you know what? Before you get into a stock, you want to have a plan and a strategy into place. Like, I'm getting into the stock at this price. My goal is to try to sell it at this price, and I will set a stop loss at this price to get rid of the risk. And you're going to do that all before you even get into the stock, or right when you get into it. Ideally, before you get into it, you want to set that plan. It's like getting into a fight, or a UFC fight. You're not going to just jump into the ring. You're going to study your opponent, and you're gonna have your coach tell you, like, all right, like, the first minute, like, try to wear him down. The second minute, second round, he doesn't know how to shoot, go for his legs, whatever. You're gonna have a plan in place. You're not just gonna go in there randomly swinging with your eyes closed. And if you get hit a couple times and you're not doing so well the first round, you're not gonna freak out. You're gonna take a breath, spray some water into your face, have them tape you up a little bit, and you'll have a game plan for how to get out of that hole that you put yourself in and win the fight. It's the same deal with stock trading. You're gonna roll the punches, I guess is a good way of putting it. So yeah, like I was saying, the same thing goes for losing money as it goes for winning money. You don't want to trade emotionally. If the stock starts rocketing up, stick to your plan. If it goes past your target, I'm not saying sell right away, but set a stop loss to or a stop sell to, like, so let's say the price is at, it's your sell is at $1.40, and it's going above that. You're like, all right, well, my plan was to sell at 140. I'll set a stop limit sell at 140. Even though it's above that, that means that if the price goes back down to 140, it'll sell. So you're saying that protects you in case the price tanks down again, because the last thing you want to do is get greedy, watch it go above your 140, and then oops, now it's at 120. Crap, what am I supposed to do? Oh, like, do I? No, you don't want to do that. You want to have a plan, and so you can set it at 140. If it goes to 160, all right, now I'll set my stop at 150. If it goes to 180, I'll set my stop at 170. But as long as it's above your target, there's nothing wrong with trying to sell, or at least putting a stop order there to sell. You don't want to get greedy because that's an emotion, and you don't want to trade with your emotions. You want to trade with your plan. Same thing with fighting. If you're in the ring, you're getting hit. You don't want to freak out. You want to fight with your plan. If you're playing baseball, you guys are losing. You're not gonna start getting emotional. You're gonna stick to your plan. You're gonna continue doing what you're doing. Same thing goes for trading. But like I was saying in the beginning of the video, it's always good to have a base or a what's the word, a people to kind of rely on, or a system to rely on, or even like a learning strategy to rely on, or people to learn off of. So it's never good to trade on your own if you're starting out, especially. You don't want to just go in there not knowing what you're doing and just kind of hoping, I'm going to get into this stock. I think, like, let's hope that it works out. Or, basing your buys off of a message board that's free and is full of people who don't care about you. It's good to, if you don't have a broker or a financial advisor, which a lot of us traders don't because we're not, using thousands and thousands of dollars. We can't afford to pay someone to, be our financial advisor. Join a Discord, even if it's not Penny Boys. Just join a free chat, room that you genuinely think, has people that care about you. I wouldn't just join any random one and immediately start listening to them, but join some and see if if they know what they're talking about, and B, genuinely care about what you making money. But like I was saying, I personally believe that Penny Boys is the top place for new traders, especially, or just traders in general, but especially new traders. It's ran by someone who has a great heart, and he really does care about his members and his the people who are in his stock, and just people in general, and just the world in general. Like, he's all about charity and good stuff like that. So like, it's always good to know who you're listening to. And then we have the new members program, which I help run. And I'm relatively new to trading as well. I know from firsthand experience how it feels to lose money, and how it feels to be overwhelmed and not know who to listen to. And I don't like people getting taken advantage of. So I genuinely, if you don't believe it, you don't. But I genuinely try my best to help out everyone, especially in the new members program. Even in the free chats as well, I try to go in there. And if anyone, if you're in the free chat, you can feel free to message me. If maybe you lost some money, you don't know what to do, message me. There's, I'll see spitball some ideas off me. I don't know everything. I can't, I'm not going to give you the formula to winning $1,000, but I can at the very least, help you out with some of the basics. I can help talk you off of a cliff as far as trading goes. Like, if you were like, oh, maybe I'm going to buy $1,000 worth of options in Tesla, like, maybe we should talk about it first. Maybe we should discuss, like, do you know what options are? Do you know what you're getting into? Do you want to do paper trading first? We don't want you to lose money. It sucks. It sucks to lose money. Like, we all work so hard for our money. And the times are so hard right now with coronavirus going on and just everything in general. It's so easy to lose money in the stock market. So it's good to have people who have your back. And like I said, if you can't hire someone to do that, like a financial advisor for thousands of dollars, then join a Discord. It's a community that is there to help you out and to have your back in the stock trading market. So and not only that, not only do we offer the family vibe, where we all kind of get together, we answer questions, we have fun, we chat too. Like, we have a voice chat where sometimes we just go in there, we just talk about like life, like, hey, what's like going on in your state with coronavirus, or how's your job going, or a lot of these members that are in here, like, we now know like what they do for work, and like what they like to do for fun, like, and some of them cook, some of them like to work out, some of them like to do this or that, whatever it is. Like, we're all people here. Like, I'm not a robot. I'm not like some guy in a suit who just types out a bunch of stuff and mass sends it out in, like, in a mass email or whatever like that. Like, that's not what we do here at Penny Boys. We are real people with real personalities and who genuinely care about you guys and making money. So that's definitely a good tool to have in your back pocket. So you can join us at discord.gg/btpenny, and there's a whole free Discord you can join. But if you want, we do offer the premium membership, so you can join our new members program and get as much help as you want. You can join these classes. We'll have the homeworks going on in there, as well as the quizzes, and I'll go over all those homework answers and quizzes that people send in to try to help them. Because if you, the whole point of this is to learn. So if you don't answer your question correctly or don't seem like you have the greatest grasp of what's going on, I'll personally message you and be like, hey, just you got this one wrong. This is why. And we can discuss it, because I want you guys to learn, and it helps me learn too. Honestly, all these classes, I'm learning from them too by doing the research ahead of time in order to get these classes. In order to make these classes, I had to do a bunch of research too myself, and I'm learning too. So like we're all learning together, and I don't know everything. Like we're all in this together. This is a crazy game, this stock market stuff, and the best way to do it is to do it as a team. This is a team sport, and well, it's not a team. It's just not a team sport, but it is helpful to have a team behind you, and you can make some great profits. And that definitely is not a bad thing. Yeah, so you can feel free to message me. I got some people here currently messaging me right now on my phone from the Discord. Someone's asking me how they can transfer stuff from their Robinhood to their Webull. So if you have any questions, like that, someone's saying, hey, I really need help. I just started out. Before I got here, I lost $5,000 on options. I don't know what to do. So I'm going to discuss with them. Well, this is maybe what you could have done. This is what we can do going forward. Let me see your account. Let me see what you're in. Maybe I can help you do some research on it. And if I can't, then I will send you to someone who can. We're all about just helping out here. So if you're new to trading and you find yourself losing money or just not knowing what you're doing, it's good to get help. And the best way of doing that is by joining an alert service or a Discord in general. It doesn't even have to be an alert service, or just some kind of trading platform that has people who have the time to care about you and just do care about you. So and also just do some research on your own. Go on YouTube, watch these kind of videos, watch any kind of stock trading videos. I watch a bunch of them myself. There's a lot of great people out there who have great information. A lot of it's really confusing, but if you watch a bunch of it and kind of you can watch a video and take some notes, and if you don't understand exactly all of it, then come to the Discord and ask me about it, ask Austin about it, ask any of our members about it. We have our new member guides or our mentors in the new members program, other than myself, who are there to help you. So, there's always someone there who can help you. And that's the most important thing about trading, is finding someone who can help and utilizing that. So, for instance, I got someone here asking me, so we just got this new options fam bot is what it's called in our Discord, where you can kind of look up different things, like you can look up the technical analysis for KTOV and stuff. So what I do have is a new traders learning center right here, which has a bunch of great stuff that you can go and look up, including like 8,000 different stock trading terms. So like if someone's like, what's one other time? Like, oh, I'm looking at the golden MACD cross or something, something like that. You can be like, oh, I don't know what does that mean. You can look it up. We have our videos here from our trading class. We have some of Austin's videos, and he's the guy to definitely if you see a video from Austin, definitely watch it, because he's the man. He knows what he's talking about. We have some tips and tricks, but I also just put a little, like, this is like a little command, like it shows all the different commands, like a key for all the commands for our options bot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the link to that, and I'm going to post it here for him and let him know that all the commands seem to be in there. I'll let you know if I find more, or other sites that have more. And like just stuff like that, like you can just jump into the numerous chat and ask a question. You can ask, what does a stop loss mean? You can ask anything, and we'll help you out. Right now we've been messing around with those bots. But so what do you think about BNGO, or Let's see. And, even if I don't answer, we have a bunch of other members in here. It's a bunch of new traders who don't believe that they are better than anyone else, which a lot of other chats have people like, oh, I don't like dumb questions like that. Like, no, like we're all new here, so we're all willing to help each other out, which is really nice. So it's a great community like that. So yeah, so it's a fun place to join, a fun place to just chat, a fun place to learn. But yeah, so the main takeaway from today is to not trade emotionally. Don't let greed, don't let stubbornness, don't let fear affect your trading. You want to trade smart, and in order to do that, you want to trade with a plan. And in order to get that plan, or with your plan, if you start to lose, you can learn from that plan and you can adjust that plan. But as long as you're trading based off of that plan and you're not, going off, you're not deviating from the plan. If you're not, as long as you're following the plan, then you can learn from your plan and you can learn how to adjust your plan. And a good way of developing a plan is by joining a place that can help you make that plan, such as Penny Boys. So, definitely check us out. You can check out our alerts, check out our options alerts, our long play alerts, our swing play alerts, we got crypto alerts, we have the whole nine. We have free alerts for the free Discord members. So definitely worth checking that out so you can, just better, learn how to trade. You can learn what trading is. If you're brand new, just learn, and learn some more. That's the number one key for trading. Is just learning. So don't trade emotionally. Make a plan. Follow that plan. Learn from that plan, and adjust the plan if you have to. And don't trade by yourself. Get help. Learn from people, but not only learn from them, also join a group that you can talk about stocks with. It's fun just to have a place that you can discuss things with. Discuss certain stocks with. Because I doubt you're gonna be with your buddies outside, doing whatever you do, and like being like, hey, let's talk about stocks. Like, they're probably not gonna want to do that with you. So this is a good place to do that. Unless all your friends are stock traders too, then that's great. But that's usually not the case. So yeah, definitely just don't get discouraged too quickly. Everyone loses money. It's not just you. So don't feel like, oh, I'm so dumb. Like, what am I doing? Why can't I win money? Why can't I make money trading? It happens. Everyone loses money, especially when they're starting out. When you're learning to ride a bike or learning to ski, you fall, and then you fall, and then you fall, and then you learn how not to fall. But in order to do that, you you learn first. You get a ski instructor, and then they help you. They help you so you don't fall. But even then, you might fall. You might fall even while being with a ski instructor, and then they'll teach you why you fell, and then you can learn. Oh, this is why I fell, and now I'll know how not to do that again. And then you might fall a different way, and you're like, oh, well, this is why I fell doing this. And then you'll learn from that. It's a learning process. And the best way to learn is to have a group of people there to help you and to follow a plan and to not be emotional about it. Because once you get emotional, that's when you make mistakes and that's when you lose money. And we don't want you to lose money because it's your hard earned money. And off of that, don't trade with money that you can't afford to lose. That's how you really get in trouble. That's like, those you see those movies of those guys who gamble, do like the sports betting, and they bet their house or whatever, and now like, oh my gosh, like what am I gonna do? Like, like then they end, whatever, how those movies go. We don't want that to become you. Um, don't don't trade with money that you can't afford to lose. Only trade with money that you can afford to. If something bad happens, you can afford for it to go to zero, God forbid. But trade smart, set stop losses so that it doesn't go to zero, and get help, get a community, and join us in Penny Boys at pennyboys.gg/btpenny. Next week is when our classes will officially restart. This is just more like I don't know, just me just talking at you guys, I guess. But the real classes will start again next week, and we'll be doing a topic. I don't know what the topic will be yet. I'm still waiting to hear back from the new members program as to what they really want it to be. I think charting right now is the top vote getter, So I will make a video this weekend just to just to let everyone know. This is what we're gonna be doing next week. This is the syllabus for next week, I guess, or the plan, the teaching plan, and we will go from there. But yeah, discord.gg/btpenny or facebook.com/groups/btpenny. Join me there, the Duckman, so that together we can make some bread.